Okay. Tony.
vaccinations. And if he's buying them from the border and like all the unvaccinated third worlders for it. So she comes on and
You have any time?
Huh?
Are you connecting?
Yes.
Bobby's online.
Can you see me?
Bobby
Or
and
can you hear me?
can you all hear us? No.
It's me. You make a lot of noise today. Oh,
Can you hear me?
let's do that.
Yes. Okay.
This the
This. And they're on there.
Did they respond back to you and then they can?
Yeah.
Nobody.
But Debbie's muted. So
the Demi's on too.
Debbie's on there, but she's muted. So
Can she hear us?
oh, she was muted, so I don't know if she is at her computer.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you.
Bobby
With
is
Bobby.
on there as well. She's in the
Can
black.
you hear me?
Oh,
B, can you hear me?
Yes.
They can't hear me. Have you
yeah.
guys
We are
unmuted?
listening to two people. There's someone else on there. Let those two people in.
That's what that's out there.
I think
Have
there's
you?
two people out there. And you said it would be a yes.
I sent Wendy an email.
Yeah, we started.
Minutes. Once we open the meeting, I don't know if this will do
5:30, so we can start the meeting.
Oh, okay. Okay. Meeting has been, both the meetings come to order. Waiting for Christian to yeah. I know.
Yeah. Second game.
Oh, you got it. And so, yes, I want to make sure that. You got a pen for me, anything? You don't have to have, I thought, if you didn't have one, I had one, I mean, that was all. That'd be like one thing though. Not encouragement, but.
Occasionally, these meetings on
Okay. Tell you what, maybe I will take this.
Okay. I think we have a quorum, and if so, we do, I'd like to call the meeting to determine the quorum, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. At this time, the first thing we usually do, Ms. Guest. Hello. The first thing we usually do is welcome people, our guests. Since you're our only guest today, would you stand, let's tell us your name and who you represent, you know.
I'm Kathy Bartolome. I represent myself.
Okay, that's the person to represent.
And I think I took a class from you years ago.
Did you pass? Did you pass?
Yes, you were very polite.
It was above the sea, then, right? Oh, you don't remember.
See at least.
Yeah, okay. All right, no. Nice.
I could represent myself, but.
Hi, Wendy.
Yes,
I'm
you know,
online. I can't, but I don't think you can hear me.
Tanya Sweat.
No, we can't hear you. I
Unblocked
you
right now.
should
Doing
I know, and I
Yeah.
can't see what's wrong. All right, let me just call it on the phone then. This is frustrating.
All right.
Bye.
Guest speak.
Next day, stand up beforehand.
Okay, that's what I think.
She's gonna call in on.
Oh, okay. So I can't let you speak. If you did it, okay.
No, she just wanted to attend.
Oh, I didn't put in to speak.
No.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would love to have you speak. Now, for that, for life you late. Thank you, that's a bad deal. Huh? No.
That's not right.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the part on closed session until you can get to that part, then I'll do the read. Okay, have you had if everyone had an opportunity to read the minutes, do you have any questions? Okay, and correction.
So on the second page, where it talks about that vote that we put on traffic issues around increase of 20.
That's
Primary
the,
election.
yeah, that's the primary election. We're talking about the,
Oh, talking about
meeting
June
structure.
8th meeting.
It's
Oh,
in
this
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
We ain't got that yet.
No.
Okay, thanks. Okay, let me look at this thing real quick.
I'll give you a few minutes.
Yes, that's what we're doing first. It's in here.
And Demetra, so,
You can.
yeah, his body.
All right.
We need.
No.
Probably there.
She's, well, complaint that something was wrong with her, system. Jimmy is on there, she can hear us fine.
Debbie's hearing us, and Bobby's gonna call in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now, we'll go back to our minute. But you need, are there any questions or concerns or comments about the changes that you feel need to occur in the minute? Mistakes were being made or errors were made? Did check over them for errors. If there are no concerns or questions about the minutes, then I guess I'm going to move to adopt the minutes, please. I'll motion to accept the minutes as presented. Have a second. I have a motion to adopt, and I have a motion to move second to adopt the minutes of June the 8th as accepted, as written. All in favor? Opposed? If there are no objections, that will be approved as written.
Since we're doing minutes, if you want to do the minutes
Now
from
we go
election
to
day.
okay, we'll do the minutes of June.
23rd.
Page
They're right there, B. No, right there, beside.
On page 1, should that be 2026 in the first paragraph? Ms. Lundy was sworn. You are still correct.
Oh, it's page 20.
No, I didn't. I didn't say.
And then on page,
Wait a minute. Where that's correct?
and then on page 2, I was just wondering why we didn't include the details that we received from the election, the chief judges at that particular precinct. Also details to make the decision of why we decided not to extend the polling hours. I think you should include some details because this is very basic.
The motion was made by Mr. Deegan and seconded by Ms. Reed. To do the third, did not request for the support.
Yeah, I think I wanted to speak to Wendy and the administrators, the details that you provided to us during our discussion. And also during that meeting we had with the senators. I think you need to include that, the reasoning why. Because it doesn't really say just like we arbitrarily decided to not to extend the polling hours.
Did we have to get that from the attorney that?
No, we discussed it on the call with the senators, but when they asked that question.
Yeah, they asked was a meeting held.
Yeah, but they also, and then you went into details about how we came to, about the discussion we had, which came to the vote. So I wanted that to be included in the minutes.
Here.
So just as a point of information, normally when minutes are being taken and recorded, they're only account for the action items and don't really detail all of the discussions that took place to lead to whatever action is taking place. I understand your concern and what you're trying to address. I said on the call as well. But if we're looking at from a procedural aspect, how we've been taking the minutes and presenting them, basically what's recorded is the actual action item. That was just a point of information that just needs to be
I want to follow up and come back. So I wanted to follow up on that. So based on the action that we took, it had to be based on something that was going on in the at the polling precinct. And
I don't have a copy of that. So this just says due to traffic issues surrounding precinct whatever Mount Capitol, the BOE was asked to consider filing a motion with the courts to extend voting hours at this location until 9 p.m. So what would you think should be added?
So
because that's not only.
I get what you're saying. Arthur, what is your suggestion?
Well, I mean, again, both right. Especially if it's a closed session, just come out and report what took place without the specific detail. But there's nothing preventing you from putting it out and specifying, as I understand it, that there was an alternative means of ingress and egress that that the election judge commented that was contacted, and up the front, you can put that down as basis of the minutes that you like.
Which is it required?
Not required.
In the meeting, I think Senator Watson had requested the tower. You know,
I'm going to recuse myself for a minute.
but I'm just saying that, I mean, we don't have to address that, but I'm just saying that that was requested. I'm not saying. Well, we were told that was in the meeting, the tower.
Well, I'm not even arguing that point. I'm just saying we just need to be more. This is very vague in general. It doesn't really support.
It may be vague, but that's what was said. You can't make it clear because someone speaks a certain way or provide information in a certain manner.
But my issue was not the circumstance. You know, I felt I've been on 50, and you know it was alternative, but you couldn't get to the alternative. I think it was more issue of the situation, even though the poll was kept open, but the public didn't know. The public thought it's closed.
No.
Okay, so I have a clarification.
But that's wait a minute. I'm just saying that the whole issue was an issue. And what the public was told and not told was unclear. And I think that was clear that came out in the meeting. Not that we have to address that in our minutes, but I'm trying to talk.
You're finished. I'm just.
So all I'm saying is, was the polls open, not open? Could you get to the polls?
Yeah.
So I was told that the 50 was blocked. You couldn't get to alternate.
The state put out a press release, which we shared on our website,
Yeah.
which gave alternates to that polling place. But the state was the one who spoke with. I spoke with Officer Management, I believe, to get some sense of what was going on there. The state had already spoken to local law enforcement and allowed voters to go through if they were going to vote. So the senator says that the polling place was closed for 3 hours. Right. It was never closed.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, the inconsistency. Yeah. I'm not saying we have to include it in our report, but he requested it on the call.
He wanted to see the vote.
Mm-hmm.
That the vote is not here, but
No, the vote is.
It is.
The vote is there.
I mean, our report for him is fine, is here. I'm just saying the situation in general. Not that we had more detail, but, I had issues with the situation.
that was your issue. That's not called that.
Well, I know, that's what I'm trying, mine was different, I was trying to get that point across. Yeah.
So I do think that we should include, the recommendation that was, the information that you got from the chief judge,
Mhm.
and at that recommendation, and, per your recommendation as well, I'm not recommending you to make a recommendation, but per your conversation with them, that's how we came to making our vote, because, so I don't know.
I mean, I like your idea, but I can't do it just because someone who is elected official makes a request. That means anybody can go around and make, oh, I want you to change it. It's once we start making things that we didn't do, but I think we in trouble.
But we didn't decide to not to extend the hour just because of the traffic issue. That's my issue. That wasn't the main reason why, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The main reason we closed it because there was no traffic issue. wasn't it?
No, it wasn't
It
traffic.
was a
It was a
traffic
traffic
issue,
issue.
Yeah, due to the guy.
but we didn't close because of the traffic.
No, we didn't close it at all.
We didn't decide not to extend
Right.
to two. That's what I'm saying. That's what this applies to me, from my interpretation reading it. And that's not accurate. So I don't know.
Well, but to me,
vote on
the
it.
question just is that it was to not request the court to consider to extend hours. That's what we.
Maybe you can say due to, maybe we can add something right there, based on the facts that were provided to us through the administrator. That's why we decided, maybe we can add that sentence, we can update it like that. Because to me, this is not accurate. This is too general. Well, I mean, you can take a vote on it, I can vote me down, that's fine. But I just want to put that up here.
But that part, the vote part doesn't concern me. What concerns me is I don't like to manufacture stuff to go in the minutes to make it sound better.
Well, these are the facts. I'm not making it sound
No,
better.
it sounds better to me, but anyway,
It's the fact. Okay. But we can take a vote. If I make a motion to modify the minutes, you can take a vote. Y'all can vote me down or vote me up, whatever. But so can I make a motion? Yes, right?
Yes.
So I'm wanting to make a motion that we modify the minutes to reflect the reason why we decided to not extend the, what do you call it, the polling hours. Language to be determined.
This is not a second, it's a question. No, get a
Let's
second,
call
then
the
I'll ask a
You
question.
gotta get a second first.
We have to have language first. What you want to change or
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
That was gonna be my,
what do you want to add?
you could say due to the conversation with the chief judge, Dr. Tucker wrote polling site at the recommendation of the the administrator.
that's,
Something like that. Oh, y'all can word it what y'all want to word it, but
I didn't have a conversation with.
no, the administrator did.
I talked to the, yeah.
I thought this was pretty, this was effective.
Yes.
There's
One more question.
Two reasons. One, there was no dip.
Right.
It was not closed.
And that was from the chief judge,
Right,
that they never closed.
Secondly, the voting across the day up through including 6 p.m. was rather normal and standard for that precinct.
Correct.
And then the second overall thing, the police event, like whoever indicated that when asked, I need to go vote, they were allowed to go there. Those were the two.
Those are the reasons why
Those are
I
the
voted
reasons
to
why.
close, to not close the poll.
Right.
Correct.
Not because it was just a traffic issue.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. It's not clear.
Well, there's no motion, there's no specific motion here in these minutes anyway. There is no motion.
Well, I'm not saying
Motion was made by Ms. Egan.
No. What I'm saying is you're,
I love you.
okay. You're voting You're making a motion to modify one of these bullets.
To amend the minutes.
I know, to amend the minutes.
Not the bullet, down here at the last paragraph.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Add to.
Okay.
I was almost on your side.
So,
So the chair speak while you think.
And it has to be made by either. Has to be, the motion to amend has to be made by someone who's on the positive side of the motion.
But it could be a motion to amend the discussion in advance and not change the motion itself. The motion would be a discussion prior to the motion. This motion is just going to adjust
Correct. Yeah, I'm just making a motion to amend the language to the amend how it's written.
prior to the motion itself. It doesn't change the motion itself. It just says
Right.
it would be to add a little bit more information on the
And get more insight into why the board voted what it did. Right. Which has already been discussed in a public room.
Bobby, you can speak if you need to. Unmute yourself though.
I just, maybe
Jerry had a comment.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, can't be waiting on a second. I think. No, but I don't, not move anybody. But I have a problem with changing things to make it faster if they didn't say it.
No, well, I guess what Carletta is saying too is it was fair. Like, this is the discussion we had. She's just saying basically put a little bit more of the detail into the why we made the motion or why you all voted the way you voted, instead of saying due to a traffic issue.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
Okay. I don't have a problem doing some of that. I
Mhm.
do have a problem with for the rationale should be because senators
Right.
like.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
No, I didn't mean that. Just add to it. You couldn't amend like the motion, but if you want to add to it.
Okay.
All right, Chair.
What was the state agency, the transportation agency that provided you the information on the traffic situation?
No state agency. I think
Who was
Demi.
who was the authority?
I think Demi shared that information with me, and then from there, I believe we got the call.
Okay.
To send the
What I'm offering is that we to strengthen the motion, since I seconded it, right, would be to include that the information coming from the traffic division and the state state administrator, because they were made aware, based on the conversations and information brought forward from those conversations, led us to be able to come up with this vote. I don't know how to put it in words, but that's what transpired.
Right.
Well, the state administrators, who are you calling?
I don't know who do you
refer to as state?
That's what I was asking.
This seemed like a month ago. I don't know. I'm trying to think who alerted me of this situation. And I want to say Demi. I'm not quite sure if it was Demi. I don't think the state.
But based on the information that we received pertaining to the emergency of the situation, in light of that information and then the investigation behind it.
Right.
That's important. I don't want to leave out that part. The investigation behind that after hearing that, and we discussed it and we determined that at that point, it was in the best interest to just remain the polls open and closing at the regular time
To allow voters to. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I may not have stated it correctly, but maybe that would be offered as a compromise.
Right. And I like that because when Wendy came to us, she did give us that background information, that foundation Cause we can just arbitrary, it's a traffic issue, let's disclose the best just inside night to be open to public. That's not accurate. What's accurate is what,
When you say this more, we went to making the decision.
yeah, but just then arbitrarily decided to do it.
Right.
It was based on careful consideration and the recommendation of our chief judge and all of that other stuff. And when he gave us the background information, therefore we made a vote. We voted. Did you get something?
I do have enough. Well, I don't have it written down clear. I've just got notes to me now.
Response information provided by our appropriate official. The precinct was never closed. There was no dipping, well, we can't say it like that. And prospective voters were allowed to go. No, I like what Terry was saying. That's kind of concise to the point.
Right. Correct.
Whatever those administrators were or what have you. And then after investigation conducted by the administrator and talking with the official at the polling site. Therefore, whatever, it was determined by the board that there was no need to extend the polling.
I have a question. I don't know
Yes.
where we are because I know it's on the table and it was not seconded. So we're just gonna go through the question again. But who does this go to? And are we going down a rabbit hole with all of the detailed information? That's my first question. My second question, or this is not a question, it's a statement. As I read this based on where the comma is placed, it's not saying that the decision was made due to the traffic. That's not how I read it, but I think more importantly is where is this information going and what could it potentially lead to after we add all those details, and to speak to people that we're not sure, who it is exactly. It's minutes. It's not necessarily that you have all of the details, in my opinion, in the minute, as long as it's characterized correctly.
Right. So, Ms. Charles, that's what you missed before you came in. I had just stated that most times in the minutes are when they're being captured, it reflects the details, not
It reflects the action. Whatever. So my
Can I say one thing?
is basically where the comma is.
Mhm.
And basically this could be all our minutes are subject to what is it? PIA Information Act. So it is important to go to anybody who requested.
Right.
And so to me, again, like I said, I made a motion. If y'all second it, y'all can vote it up or down. But I made the motion that the minutes just it said due to a traffic issue surrounding precinct, whatever, Malcolm, the board was asked to consider filing motion, whatever. It doesn't,
That was the board. It wasn't.
it's not clear.
So can we call for the question?
No,
What you mean?
Can
To
you
second
hear
the
me?
motion?
To stop the discussion here.
Oh, yes, you can do that.
Discussion?
You could do that. Let's make a motion to stop the discussion and then, but the motion hasn't been seconded yet, right? But we have discussion. Oh, Terry did say discussion. Okay,
Oh, she did.
so if there's no, go ahead. End the discussion.
Yeah, well, I'm going, I guess I'm supposed to go for the
Yeah.
next discussion, but I'm ready to
Okay.
vote. I'm not gonna make anybody happy with my vote, but
That's okay. We already.
thank you, I appreciate
We already know what you're gonna do. But go ahead.
Thank you, I appreciate your time.
Demi just texted me and she said, "Hey Wendy, we received the
Just
alert
shut
that
up.
there was a person on the bridge and traffic was impacted." That was what I shared. That's what I read your feedback.
And do we have to do a vote to make an addition to the minutes?
I wouldn't do it. I mean, leery about being anything
Well,
to
you
the
just
minutes
make
that's
the
not
addition
there that
to
we don't have.
Oh, okay.
So you're not
You're
changing
not
the
accepting.
motion?
You
So
need to
basically,
vote
I
on the
made-
minutes
basically
as
did-
amended.
I made a motion
You-
to amend the minutes as written, and that's allowed according to Robert Rules of Order. And so we may have a motion on the floor to accept the amended language, either yes, up or down.
But you don't need to amend it. All we were doing reviewing the
I don't
minutes.
know, I made a motion to amend. I made a motion to amend.
No, I know you did,
Yeah.
but I'm saying now, I said,
We're just
I knew Robert was on top of his head.
Right, that's right.
That's all, right, that's all.
And I
You
think
didn't really have to vote.
oh, yeah, down, right.
No.
Or any more comments? So what have you said?
I'm gonna have to sit and write this. I mean, just
Yeah,
randomly
okay.
taking these notes.
But first of all, if it's going to go forward, if it's going to be moved to yes, then, you know, if it moves to no, then we ain't got to worry about it. Minutes will stay as written. Okay, so now we're gonna vote on whether to amend the minutes or not?
Yeah,
She can vote.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, go ahead.
I'm waiting for you to vote.
You gotta call for the vote.
I think Mr. Arthur was getting lazy.
I was gonna say, you can vote to amend the minutes and specify the minutes what you wanna have. And even if it's not written yet,
Right.
you're saying verbally, she can take it, and then they can say
Okay.
yes or no whether they want that amendment.
So you're recommending that we amend the
Well, if Ms. Lundy is making a motion to amend the minutes, she can specify the language that she'd like to see, even though Anita hasn't passed it down.
I'm trying, Wendy.
Okay.
Wendy, can you hear me?
But if not, you can verbally state what it is.
Yeah, I verbally stated what it is. I would like to have the language in there about, like, you know, was saying about the administrator, whatever, and then there was an investigation. Therefore, that's how we came to the decision to decide to not extend the vote.
That's your motion.
That's the language for the motion. So then
So you stated
vote.
that call for the vote.
Hello?
Oh, you want me to call
Well, you
everything?
gonna have to write, no, she's gonna have to write.
Hello, hello, hello.
It's right.
All right, you want to start or I?
I'm not allowed to vote.
Okay. But serious.
Okay, I vote in favor of the motion.
Okay.
In favor of the motion.
I vote in favor of the motion.
Bobby is against it.
Okay. 2 against. 3, 4.
And you're.
I'm against. She would do against.
Bobby said no.
There's 2 no, because I know
The person that came.
3, 4, and 2 the last one.
Yeah.
All right, thank
What do we have now? Change or?
We're going to add some more verbiage in here, try and highlight some of these things.
Any conversation? Make a statement. Right.
Can you hear me?
No, I think there was too many conversations. No, I just have a, I guess maybe I can think a little more clearly had I not, like, the motive for the change is concerned.
My motive, because I made the motion, my motive for the change is that the minutes accurately reflect why the board made the decision that. And to me, this is. No, that's just the motive what I said, because it's, we didn't just decide to do that based on a traffic issue at that particular polling place. That's what I said. And you know it's recorded, so. Yeah, so that's what I said. I don't know if anybody else thinks.
Can you hear me now?
I think Ms. Laverne was talking about something else, but I said.
Can you hear me
No,
now?
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just letting y'all know, I voted on that last motion, so we have to decide, you know, it's written here, that I voted against.
We do the,
I will write a little paragraph and figure out how.
So yeah, I'm not doing with this.
No, it's right because people who are eligible to vote voted on motion, and then now you vote on the minute as a whole.
Right.
I just have a question. I think that I was here at the time we voted, but I don't see how I voted. Are you sure I voted against it?
Because she only took the vote for voting members.
I thought I voted against.
Oh, you know, that's, and it would be, I'm that type of there.
I think we voted.
Because she's an alternate.
Laverne Scott wouldn't have been voting on it.
Right.
So.
Right.
I think that was myself.
Yes.
I would call you.
At that time, y'all was letting me vote, so I would,
Yeah.
you know.
No, you're right.
Can't hear me.
Let you vote, Laverne. No human being stopped you. The rules.
No, I was just saying, I was against it, whatever you did, I was against it. Whether I voted or didn't vote, whatever the rules was at that time.
So I make a motion.
She has,
I make
Charlie.
a motion to accept
She
the
can't
minutes from
unmute my
June the
phone.
23rd with the, as amended.
There's been a motion on the floor to accept the
We don't have that set
June
up.
23rd 2026 meeting with amended promotion.
Can you hear me?
Probably moved in second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Yay.
Computer's still got the frickin' bug.
Dismissed.
How can I get it fixed working long enough to make an appointment?
Then now I get that call, so that's all the meetings.
Yeah, you've got about, yeah, you've got about something. Yeah, you're good.
We're on to the administrator's report. Excuse me.
Go do that.
So we have 1, 2, 3 vacant positions open, that we have to hire for, and
Because we just started getting on the that soon.
Can y'all speak up a little louder?
Take it.
sure. Yeah.
Data coordinator.
So we have, excuse me, 3 vacant full-time positions that we need to hire for. The citizen services specialist 2, that is Susan's position. The data coordinator position is Byron Murray, whose last day was Friday. Better vote for them now.
And unfortunately, both of them.
Oh, but Byron, that's right. And then the general clerk in election operations, that was a fairly new position. The young lady in that position was a child, and can't find yeah. And so so unfortunately, the time frame in which she was supposed to come back in, we delayed it because we were in Canvas and really, didn't have time to devote to that. I did reach out to her and said, hey, unfortunately, we had to proceed with termination. She's a good employee. She had just started, but she was amazing. But unfortunately, we don't know how long that would have lasted. So, now we have to hire for that position only.
Next question. Under vacant positions, is the position about a webmaster somewhere within here?
No.
No. Are we thinking about hiring someone that can handle our website?
That would be in the citizen service specialist.
That's what we have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Explain how the personal system works that you don't start and hire.
Yeah, I would have to request that position for I really would like to hire or submit a request for a communications person. However, it all has to be approved during the budgeting process and approved by OMB and county council eventually.
But those duties will fall under the citizen services specialist. Well, that's good. That's all I want to show. All right. Thank you.
More.
Now it will be it would not be communications, more of the web.
The web.
That's what I'm saying. Website updates, social media updates.
Thank you.
Basically, when Linda puts out the announcement, she sends it to the county. We operate to the county personnel all the time directly through the Board of Elections. And when the county personnel office requests their acknowledges their request, they decide on criteria in conjunction with Linda and what have you. Then get sent out to different areas, to newspapers or wherever they still send them, so that people can apply for these positions. But the county personnel office says they can't.
gather the application that they feel that are not, they don't come here first. So we, the board, know when we say, actually give the first bite of the apple. They don't come personnel, but then they come. And when you get to this, the people who are going to be leading the application.
Yeah.
And then recommends or not recommends the person. If she doesn't find a suitable person, the process starts all over again until she finds a suitable. Right. Okay. Any question? Make sure everybody understands. Hopefully.
We also have seasonal positions that we need to resubmit for hiring. We lost a couple of seasonal employees due to finding full-time employment. And the when we began hiring for seasonal employees, who was that the greatest? So we're hoping that we can staff absentee record maintenance and election operations and Dropbox drivers with this latest vacancy.
Yeah.
I just had a question.
I didn't see hand.
Okay. I just had a question about these seasonal positions.
Mm-hmm.
How many is?
It's let's see, we lost quite a few in absentee, so roughly I would say 10 in absentee. We lost 3 in election operations, and then Dropbox drivers. We would normally. Can you put it on like silent?
I did.
We generally what's that one? Yeah. So we generally have or try to hire. I turned it up because it's like super cold in here any other time. Sorry. We generally have or try to hire around 22. I think we only hire probably about 12 or 13. So they trouble work. So now we have an opportunity to place the vacancy back out for hire more drop our car.
No, Faye asked the question. I was gonna ask the same thing.
And that's it. The last thing on our report is the meeting that was held today with the delegate.
Since you had an opportunity to
Can I ask a question about?
Mm-hmm.
Answer that you gave about people wearing their shirts into the election.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very, I mean, I know you read it from somewhere, but that answer, it just seems weird that you can let people come in and go to the bathroom, but you can't, and plus you can let people go in and vote. That's what I thought I heard you say, they could go in to vote with their shirt on.
If they're voting, yes.
I was telling people many years, you have to take your shirt.
Nope.
Or turn it inside out.
If they're a candidate or on that campaign, yes.
If they're a candidate,
if they're a
they
candidate,
cannot wear shirts.
correct.
right.
But
If
if
they're
they're
campaigning,
voters volunteering, they can wear their shirt.
if they're voting,
If they vote.
if they are a voter. But if they're going to the restroom, no. You cannot wear your campaign material in that public place. If you're acting as a voter, you can go in and vote and then immediately leave.
And it's highly recommended in every election, every one that I've ever voted in, and I've been around a long time. I'll have I expect to be out for years, but anyway, that if you are even in a campaign, it's not a good idea to wear your T-shirt in with somebody's name on it because you are now campaigning.
It's always been encouraged. Always, and that is the law. Right.
Put your coat on.
Yeah.
And again, I got what I read. I got that from the campaign summary guide on the state's website.
That has created more questions. Yeah. Yes. Because I know that. I had to give people something for it. Research. Jeez. Here.
I would like to say that I thought the overall tone of this delegation meeting today was a lot better. And but I would like to draw attention to one fact that for this particular election, it was different from elections that we've had in the past. And primarily because almost in every contested race, we had almost more people
Running.
in that category. So therefore, you had more campaign people as well, and then you have more signs. And so I just think that sometimes when people are making their comments, that they factor in everything that was transpiring. If you look back on the 24 election, no, we didn't have the same, confusion and chaos, but you didn't have as many candidates running in the various fields. So we just need to kind of like make sure that we look at everything as it happens or unfolds per election, and
Some elections are uncomparable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately or fortunately, because if you have an opportunity, everyone has an opportunity to run for office, and so this was just a crowded field of contestants for various positions. And then I just wanted to bring that to the forefront.
I would like to add to what you have said is that not only was it a crowded field, I guess I want to say that there were more groups of people sending out ballots of their own that confused the process.
That confused, yeah.
You had ballots coming from Mary and Susie and John and Jack, and then all of a sudden, here comes the official ballot. Nobody knows what to do. They go to the polls, and we are the ones that get blamed for it all. Yeah, people, there ought to be, if people wanted to really spend some time, doing something worthwhile, then they could use the legislature as a tool or as a means to create a law that only certain ballots can come out or how they would come out instead of being in comparison with the official ballot that comes out from the state. There's one official ballot. The word official should never be used anywhere else. Besides on that official ballot. And when people use the word official lightly, loosely, or however they use it, it confuses people. And they will call and say, well, the person I want to vote for is not on the ballot. Well, it's not on the ballot because it didn't come from, it's not an official ballot. You're reading a ballot that says official, but how do you identify an official ballot from a non-official ballot? But that's where the legislature could spend some time. And I'd be glad to let, they say that to them. They don't have a problem. They have, they communicate both ways. They receive and they, give. So I don't have a problem saying, and I think that is something that the public should be aware of, that what you're reading is not always what you should be voting on. Some of the people that are sending out ballots, not the people who send them out, but some of the people who are running for office.
With this campaign material.
Yeah.
And then, if the board of elections is supposed to, the know all people, they're supposed to know everything. And how you control with that you're not aware of not aware of this happening. So that was just a comment. This time, this for the minute.
Yeah.
You can put my this, if I was concerned, I said it, but you're going to.
And that is all I have for the administrative report. Under correspondence, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I said question. Okay, so the first letter in the packet is from Councilmember Denoder, who received the letter and then shortly after we received, the same letter, regarding groups that are concerned of, federal agents showing up at polling. As you all can see, my response to, Tom, Councilmember Denova, is listed on here. I guess I would say, does anybody have any questions about the response, and then also an idea that came to my mind. I just want to see, did anybody have any questions about my response to?
I do. Not your response, but I'm not sure about this. So if federal agents do enter, first of all, are they allowed to enter the polling place?
No.
Okay.
If they are on duty, no.
Okay. I got that question. Okay. Thank you.
That's good. So one thing, as we were talking to the delegation today, and one thing I do want to do is reach out to local law enforcement. The sheriff oversees board of elections. So we work with them, to secure, along with, park and planning, police to secure our early voting sites, and then, for election day, it's more of on the as needed. I would like to possibly meet with the sheriff to see if we can put, possible sheriffs at some of our vulnerable, sites that we know of in certain areas in the event that federal agents do show up. Do I think they would show up in Maryland? And sorry, in Prince George County?
Yeah.
I know.
I think certain segments of Prince George's County will be. Yeah.
You don't. But I am not opposed to, again, like I said, having that conversation with law enforcement, and putting them at some of our, vulnerable places, because one thing I don't want to do is have our chief judges or election judges, even though, the law states that they are in control of that polling place. I don't want to have a situation like that.
The law says I have. Don't want to actually won't have.
Right, and that's why I said, that's my personal opinion. And I'm, like I said, I want to have that conversation with all of us, and see if we can get some of them stations that are, like I said, our vulnerable locations, some of our vulnerable.
So I noticed that the date of this letter from Councilmember Mendoza is after we certified the election. So was there an incident or was there a specific?
No.
There's no evidence to back up this.
No. Okay. Not at all. This just concerns some groups. And they sent it to, the council members, the state's attorney, us, and the county executive.
I have a follow-up question. I don't know what it is, but could they come in under guise of a watcher or whatever?
No, they are on duty. They're not allowed.
So if they're not on duty,
Then they can vote.
Well, yeah, so we don't have any evidence at all that there's any substance.
No.
There's people.
And it's not his letter. Yeah, this is
Well, I
the
get
group
that.
Yeah,
It's indirect.
Yeah.
But there's a whole pile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7.
Groups.
3,
follow-up.
7 groups. Group 7.
Yeah. We're concerned, make a plan.
But it would be interesting to find out, did he have gotten any direct? Got people with that?
Yeah, I think it's the concern. More so concern, not so much as, fact-based evidence.
Tom said there.
Yeah, because he
He
received it. Yeah, he received, the letter from this group.
He went to every county.
It did.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, I can understand. I know that my daughter teaches in bar, and What? Oh, thank you. Thank you. And her classes, K through pre-K through 5, are almost 50% non-English every single. So there's a definite possibility. Yeah. People here for free.
I gotta follow up. So did I hear you say, I just want to get clarification that this would not be, because when they're on duty, they're not allowed to come into the polling places. Therefore, we don't need to discuss this as a part of the training for election judges or no?
Not saying that, no.
Okay.
Yeah, not saying that.
All right.
I think whatever we decide and come up with, it probably will be maybe around the time the chief judges are being trained, or it may be in their last minute instruction.
Thank you.
The next one is my responses to a reporter who was asking for questions. Asking for answers, no, that's from today. This is the one in the back.
It was that for Bill.
Yeah. Any questions on that? It's right after the
After that, even into that when it comes on.
Yeah, keep going.
I have the number,
Keep going.
then I have the timeline.
Yeah, it's in that one right there.
It's the first time we did this again on this before today, but it was.
No, this is what I sent out.
Okay,
you know,
yeah. Any questions?
Yeah.
Great, Mike.
It seems to be not commenting on the fact that the United States Post Office actually is the agent delivery of all mail-in ballots. That's example of that.
Mm-hmm.
We keep seeing, we always say, well, it must be our fault, when in fact it's very, very, very logical, the fault of the post office.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I never got one at all.
Right.
Like next door neighbor did.
Right.
Next door to the other side of me did.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the logical?
Well,
it's illogical to think that it wasn't the fault of the post office. In my opinion.
that's all very saying, without, you can assume, but that's not my
I just think we ought, when we talk about they will nail down blah, 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 and you get a rap. Suggest you include, but the last, whatever, delivery, 100 yards, whatever that expression might be, of delivery is the United States Post Office. We have zero control. Anyway, but we have zero control over whether or not the mail. In fact, we've advised in last springtime by the postal person here saying you cannot assume that we deliver
On time,
or at all. Or at all. Yeah. May I suggest that you would do that?
That's touching. Look, that's touching.
I think you don't want to take somebody else's comments and change them to comments unless you give them credit.
No. I mean, in the think part.
No, he's saying that, but that's, and unless we have actual proof and fact,
that's fine.
I'm not going to smear.
They get enough of that anyway.
Look,
Well,
we're still friends.
Right.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's move on.
And so, the one essential today was information on the petition candidate. This is from, it's not in the packet, this thing. You got one comment?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So candidate came in to file her petition this morning and didn't have some of the information she needed to file it. So I informed my staff not to accept it until she, got that information. In the meantime, when she left, I thought about her press statement that she had released with the amount of ballots that she had, the amount of signatures that she had gotten, and it just, for some reason, I said, that doesn't sound right. So I went back through our emails because in the beginning of June, she had actually emailed me and asked what was the voter count that she had 51% off. And I gave her that information. So, looking at her count, no, she was 200 shy, let's say.
So she's like 6,200.
It had to be, it was like 141 actually shy because it had to be 65,
31.
Yeah. And she had 63.9. So, I let her know that in the email, spoke to her about it. She actually left and came back with the additional signatures. So we have received her petition. We will start our process on that tomorrow. But in the meantime, she did go to a reporter, and this was him emailing me questions and my response to them.
How long was the time between the time she left and came back and magically had another approximately 180 students?
About 4 hours. Yeah, about 4 hours.
So maybe
It's 141 type.
140.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. Good for it.
These are questions from
The reporter. Yeah.
So have you responded to these questions?
Yeah, and read or my responses. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did anybody have any questions on that?
When will you begin?
Tomorrow.
You have a number.
Oh, every day I do.
When you have this number, I mean, I know it's the same number all the time when you do, right? When you select out like this, how long does the process take?
Whew. So we have 20 days to complete this task. And that's in addition to all the listserv that they have sent us, the Olivers that we have to process, because this will take pretty much all of the staff to complete. Mhm. Because they're batches, just like we have at campus. They're batches. So they're batches of 5 signatures per page with, let's say, 25 sheets in each batch. Yeah. So yeah, it's a process.
I don't know if you talked about the cost of this,
Of what?
that how much does she have to pay for this?
No, not for petition. She's just looking to get on the ballot for the general for county executive.
Any questions, concerns, answers? Move on. So you go to college
Yes, in the morning.
in the morning.
Two more, two more things. One is, a signature again for you all to, approve, us to conduct inaccuracy testing, and rating for the general. So, Lisa, you could sign this. And, in September, Jared will be here for my annual, review, September 14th. So, you have to make a motion for the next meeting to will be.
I moved at the next 4 meetings in September.
That's September 14th.
Yes.
Rather than,
Rather than-
it's fine, because the first week is on Labor Day anyway.
It is. It's exactly like
Yeah. We'll talk to the people over in Europe. Yeah.
that.
The probably moved to second.
No, the second. I don't think I did. Oh, I moved.
Well, that's second. Questions? All in favor? Opposed? This meeting on September 14th. Here. And please, Jay.
Also too, I sent you all an email, regarding Board of Canvassers. If you all are available Wednesday for virtual to approve the, canvas minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I,
Okay.
What did you say?
Wednesday, at 5:30. I can send out, what day is it? The 5th.
oh, this
Virtual.
Monday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be virtual. Less than 30 minutes. Just need to approve the canvas minutes and see if absentee has received any more unpracticed ballots for you all to reject.
Okay, you said something about when?
Virtual meeting, Board of Canvassers, 5:30.
Okay.
You gotta do this.
And that's all I have.
Any questions before?
Did you have some?
No, thanks for sending me, the letters and stuff to look over and stuff. Appreciate it. So just you all know that her responses when you send it to what goes.
That the remark nature for me, and I just want to make it very how appreciative I am for that we received over the past election in terms of being of board members being able to assist and provide information not only on a daily basis, it's Saturdays, week sometimes, but also in different ventures or events, what have you. So hopefully you will understand when you're being asked again to come back in November to do the same thing. And like count on, you know when it's going to be, you know when the election is, so plan ahead to attend. Thank you again. Thank you. That's all. Thank you for
And we will have to do the risk limiting audit, risk limiting audit again after the general election.
That's all you already.
Yes.
Okay. And don't forget August 12th,
Yes.
the annual meeting. The whole. Oh, and yeah. Yeah. That's all I got.
Any other questions or comments?
That, I mean, that's the germ. I introduced you.
Yeah, just need to get her thing ready.
Olivia had a question. Okay.
Director, today's my birthday.
In 2 more years, you'll be able to vote.
I'm thinking about that.
Washington, I thought you said August the 12th
The Mayo meeting,
was a Mayo meeting, but
September 14th is.
what about August the 12th is coming up, right?
Yeah.
Next week.
And then I thought you said we were having a meeting Wednesday, but you, this Wednesday.
Yeah.
This was.
Okay.
They have the divorce.
But that's virtual.
Virtual.
Yes.
And then the DOE meeting is
September 14th.
September 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay.
This is not the meeting for the attorney one, right? 'Cause
Did you you talked to Tony? Did you register or anything?
no, I didn't register because I didn't see. I like the last one.
Yeah.
We had our whole section and all that. It didn't have anything, so I said it was not.
It should be. I'll check with Tony. Let's see. Because you're right, it didn't.
I mean,
I will check with Tony. Thank you.
Maybe I'll schedule. Everybody's okay with scheduling. I think after the calendar is finished. Guess if that's it, you can adjourn it, please. And a motion for adjournment, I'll be more specific.
I'm
May I have a second?
Second.
The second. Then we meet till next meeting, which will be Wednesday, August the 5th at 5:30. It's a virtual meeting after which we will have future meetings and we will hear more about those on August 5th. Something.
So Wednesday is the board canvas.
I mean, sorry, board. That's the virtual.
Yes.
That's. No, yeah, no further.
my son, they're really gonna go out. All day. We're there.
It's Wednesday down.
They tell me oysters are better when a month at the end of the year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I'm not a